Hey guys, a very good afternoon and welcome to a new episode of Trade of the Week. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing a Euro NZD long, which banked me approximately 3.5%. So yep, let's have a look at why I took the trade. So to begin with, over here we have the 1 hour time frame. And what can the 1 hour time frame tell us? Well, first of all, what I want to say is that we have to focus on what is going on over here. Because if we focus on what's going on over here, we can notice a few interesting things. And the main interesting thing was the fact that we had this high, then we had this low, then we had this high, then we had this low, then we had a new potential lower high on that third trendline touch. However, price decided to rocket towards the upside and create a new higher high in comparison to this previous lower high. So let's just get those circles out of the way, remove the box and keep it nice and clean. So personally for me, once this new higher high was formed in comparison to this previous lower high, Euro NZD switched from that 1 hour downtrend over into a 1 hour uptrend. And as you guys know, price never keeps on impulsing towards the upside without making a nice retracement. So in this specific scenario, what was I looking for? Well, first of all, I identified, okay, price stalled at resistance, right? So this is a potential area from where we can potentially see a correction form before we see more upside occur. Because this is your overall impulse, price stops at resistance, and then what you want to look for is a new higher low to be formed for your potential entry. So in this specific scenario, what was I looking at? Well, if we just quickly draw in a fib, what we can then see is that we had a beautiful 618 fib retracement. The only problem with this 618 fib retracement was that the nature of price coming into that 618 for me personally was just a little bit too corrective. Therefore, I decided to wait for a breakout out of that corrective price action. So in this specific scenario, what I did was that I drew in this trend line on the correction, and I will be a little bit more clear on the 30 or even the 15. So let me just adjust it for you guys. So in this specific scenario, we had this descending trend line drawn in, right? So what I personally did was that I decided, okay, well, we have this correction, and this correction is within a downtrend, right? So we have that high, low, lower high, lower low, double bottom, break of this previous lower high, and the creation of a new higher high with a breakout out of the descending trend line. So in this specific scenario, we didn't only create a newer higher high, which made us switch from that lower time frame downtrend into a lower time frame uptrend, we also broke the descending trend line, which for me was a sign of, okay, more upside is soon to come. So the first thing that I wanted to do was that I wanted to look for a nice potential entry. So once again, let's just clean up the chart. And what we can then see is that if we draw in a nice fib over here, and then dive into the 5 minute, what you'll then see is that if I just quickly mark out this low over here, is that this low over here, and this for me personally is a 5 minute low of liquidity, and this low over here signified for me, okay, there is and there are stop losses situated underneath this low over here, alongside it being the 618 fib retracement. So what I knew was that the stop losses, which were situated under here, were getting swiped by this fake out on the 5 minute. So what I then decided to do was, once I saw that 5 minute fake out, I knew, okay, this is just a retest of this previous area of resistance, which is now support. We have a fake out on that low, taking out the stop losses and grabbing liquidity, and essentially we just have the 618 fib retracement. So once that fake out occurred, I decided to take a potential entry with my target just up around the next major area of resistance for a 3.5, yep. So I had my target set around this area over here, yep. So as we can see, support, resistance, 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 resistance. So I expected price to find resistance once we would come into that area once again. If we just press the play button, what you'll then see is that price came back down one more time for a nice 1 minute break retest. So once again, as you can see on the 1 minute, price decided to take out this low of liquidity over here, faking out on it. So I could have taken a potential skill in over there, didn't do so. But looking at the 5 minute once again, we'll then see is that price decided to just rocket towards the upside. Boom. So entry occurred at around 14.25. Take profit was hit at around 16.55. So yep, that was my personal trade of the week for around 3.5%. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions whatsoever, please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in tomorrow's daily market outlook. Thanks guys.